Hey guys, and welcome to the Natty Blueprint podcast. This is episode 22. Today's episode is just myself and Denny, OG episode, which people love to see. I think in the last episode with Tom, Denny was a bit trashed.
A little bit.
Towards the end of it, you could see your
Yeah,
energy
I was just
levels, mate. It's
like,
like they just went boom.
my
Um,
Energizer batteries run out.
yeah, yeah. To be fair, mate, I felt pretty smoked after that podcast. I don't know what it
Yeah.
was, but like, yeah, I literally finished it and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
dude.
I'm catching myself doing that a lot. Like,
Yeah,
right, let's get up and move.
yeah, literally. It's just the sigh, it's the sigh of
Yeah,
relief, and then you're like, oh fuck, man, I've got more stuff to do.
yeah.
Um,
So
but anyway, mate, how you been? You're 4 weeks out. You're actually 1 month out, if we're gonna put it
one month is mad.
1 month
It's
out.
gone so quick. Like 16 weeks, bang, just like that.
It's mental, isn't it?
So yeah, I feel pretty floppy bread today. I can't lie. Um, but yeah, like grand scheme of things, it's going well. I can't complain, let's put it that way. So legs are feeling a little bit heavy. I've done 5 lots of cardio in a row just because I wanted to chill over the weekend. But yeah, we're like, what, 24 pounds down now? Pretty much. So we've had back to back joint lows this morning as well. So hopefully, if I can switch off this evening, which I'm hoping I can, and over the weekend is going to be complete zen, we should see maybe sub 160s,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
would be,
It's definitely something that we've noticed a lot for you in your prep is the days with a lot more stress. Your body's, I wouldn't say less responsive, but you
yeah.
seem to
It's because
seem
I
to run
have
into some issues.
Sunday is busy, Monday is busy, then I train legs like that all in a row. I typically jump up weight a little bit, or it's definitely doesn't go down on the Tuesday. So
Yeah.
yeah, bit of a trend there, but hopefully I'm taking a bit of downtime, so hopefully it will sort
Yeah.
itself out.
Maybe in the off season as well, we just look to kind of move that split around a little bit so the leg day's not coming off the back of your super busy work days.
Yeah,
And it's a
but
little bit
then
more
then
like a
again, I don't really
session.
want it just before because then I'm not going to be productive.
Yeah, true, true. I think in the off season you were fine with that split. It's just now when you're
Yeah,
getting into the nitty gritty part of prep, you're going to notice a little bit of like yeah, a bit of
a
an
dip.
energy drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, do you want to kind of go over? Obviously, you're taking a bit of time off, not off prep or anything. It's
No,
still
no,
things that need to be
we're
done.
we're
But
still
obviously, have a
prepping.
bit of a chill one.
So yeah, obviously we all know. I think I'm an online coach full time, and it's my first scheduled bit of time off in like 15 months, apart from Christmas, which was like 2 or 3 days off. But even clients took a bit of time off there. I think it works well for them. But yeah, so from today, last night through till Monday, I am switching off. I'm not going to say I'm coming off socials, but I won't be posting work stuff. I'm just not reading WhatsApps. Like all the clients know, they're chill with it. So yeah, it's just a bit of downtime, bit of refresh, and I'll be doing probably the same thing over the first show just to kind of re-energize because I was just finding I was getting to that point like just burning out a little bit just from being busy with coaching in general. And I was just like, right, let's recharge. Last bit now. I think it's timed out well as well. So I'm looking forward to like yesterday when I put a message out to all the clients like to remind them. After that, my body just went. It
Yeah.
was like this weird feeling that I've not felt in a long time. So yeah, it was nice to just be like, okay, like I wake up in the morning, I don't check WhatsApp. It was literally annoyingly, I woke up before my alarm as well, which was I was hoping for a bit of a lie-in, but I was like, oh, I'm awake again.
Yeah.
Like clockwork, I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning to go for a piss, and then it was like 6:15 this morning, which is not early, early, but when you don't set an alarm and your body just wakes you up, then it's not the best. But yeah, so completely switching off, and then I guess we just dig for that last bit. So I don't think there's much to
Yeah.
go. It'd be
I
nice to get a fair chunk more off in terms of condition without kind of just turning into a pancake, but it is what it
Yeah,
is. So
that's the
yeah,
that's the fine balance that we've got to play at the moment is take off a little bit more. I don't think we need to take off loads more. I think you're literally in probably like 2, 3 pounds max. and at this body composition you're in is quite a lot. Like
Yeah.
when you if you compared like those little changes or that body weight in between like shots, you'd be like, wow, that's quite
Yeah.
significant. So yeah, we're pretty much in touch and distance now, and I think with like I would like to say by 2 weeks out you'd be there,
Yeah.
and we can start to pull back a little bit then, and just freshen you up. So realistically, mate, 14 days more of like pushing it, and then yeah, it'll be time to take your foot off the gas, which would be nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm starting like I'm definitely leaner from last week. Like not that I should do, but I got a sunbed. It's become a bit of a ritual. Every like 14 days I get a sunbed and I just like leant back post sunbed and it was just like veins all up my midsection, which was pretty cool. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
it definitely is, and I know you won't believe me when I say this, but I think you're leaner than last year already, and you're not going to believe me because you're in that prep head and that prep tunnel where you're probably looking at yourself and looking at every single bit of yourself and going, oh, there might be like
There's
a
more to
little
come
bit.
off.
Yeah,
I'm like pinching myself. I'm like doing this. I'm like, oh no,
yeah,
it's not quite there yet.
yeah, and then you literally you look back, mate, in like 6 months' time, you'll be like, what the hell?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, I did last time round. Like before we started prep, I was looking back at the old photo. I was just like, I was shredded basically.
yeah,
Like
you were peeled,
yeah,
peeled.
and when I was in it, I was like, no, I'm not lean. I'm not lean. I'm not lean. And I
Yeah,
feel lean now. Like there are parts of my body where I'm like, okay, like it's there. Like my forearms feel probably the tightest and leanest they've ever been. Like I'm like looking at them in the mirror whilst I'm doing whatever. I'm just like, okay, they're lean. But that's part of it though, isn't it? Like even when you're in an off season, like you have those sort of thoughts and feelings when you're looking at yourself like, oh, I'm not big enough or oh, I'm too
yeah,
soft or whatever it is. So you just got to kind of ride it. And something that I noticed as well, because I've now gone both, I say both extremes. I've never got super, super heavy, but I've gone lean, fairly heavy and soft to now lean again. And now that I've done that transition in a pretty short space of time, I can see the benefits and the negatives of it when you're in it. So it makes it a little bit easier to kind of recognize. So I'm not as much in my own head as last time, which is good.
yeah,
So if that's one bit of advice, like sometimes you do just need to go through each end to feel
yeah.
a little bit better about yourself.
Yeah, and like we said, you're never, as an athlete, you're never gonna think you're ready.
Yeah,
And I don't think I've ever had a client who's gone, I'm ready, I'm
yeah,
ready. Like
yeah.
I think,
I'm like, let's go, let's stand
yeah,
on
I'm lean
stage. Yeah,
enough. Let's go. I think that like the perception of being like you at the moment probably don't think, oh, I'm peeled, but you are peeled. You know,
I
um,
feel like 10 pounds away.
yeah, it's always the case, mate. Like you always think you can, and like I can't remember who I was saying to the other day, but I basically that like I think it might have been Billy. And I was just saying to him, I was like, he's like, oh, I've still got a little bit more to come off. And
He's peeled.
I was like, Billy, you're peeled. I was
Yeah,
like,
like he could probably just start loading drop cardio now and be fine, probably.
yeah, yeah. Obviously, like Chris is going to do whatever Chris thinks is
Yeah, of
best for him.
course.
But I was just like,
You're
the
there.
one thing that I've noticed a lot with naturals is sometimes you can push, 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 and it doesn't always make the
Yeah,
physique
the,
better.
the trade-off isn't quite there.
Yeah,
Like you just flatten off, training performance goes down, health goes down, whatever it is, and then you
yeah,
become a shell of a physique just to get a percent more body fat off. Like, is
yeah.
it
Like
worth it?
one more
Probably.
glute line, and it's like,
Yeah,
it's not worth it.
yeah,
But obviously, like Chris will do what Chris thinks is best for him, and I'm sure they'll absolutely nail it for a
yeah,
show. And I'm actually really excited. He's 3 weeks out because he's competing a week before you. So
yeah. It's 302,
yeah,
isn't
Billy,
it?
honestly, like best of
Yeah,
luck to you, mate. And
yeah.
we
So
look
if you're
forward to
watching this,
seeing your
Billy,
shots.
you are shredded.
Yeah, you are peeled. But I was talking to him, and he was like, "Yeah, there's still a little bit more to come off," and I was like,
Mm.
you're pretty damn close, bro."
As close as you need to be.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting for him, but it is always good for an athlete just to try and take a step back. Like I think I've mentioned it before on this podcast, but when I have like, for example, like I've got all my guys who are competing this year are in prep now. I always look at the photos first, look at the data, and then hear from the client. And although it is a very collaborative response, the client is so in it that it's like yeah, you might feel like that, but the look and the data doesn't resemble what you're kind of saying. And obviously you have to have that collaborative response anyway. But
Yeah. It's
you
also
just
knowing the client as well. Like
yeah,
that voice note that I sent you, I listened to it back. That I sent you. I think it was last like Friday evening after the podcast.
yeah,
I listened to it back. I was like, I was done. I was
yeah.
yawning. I was literally laying there on my bed sideways, feet up in the air. I was just like, yeah, this is my check-in. I was done. So yeah, like again, like knowing obviously I'm not always like that when I check in. So you probably knew it's like, okay, he's a little bit
Yeah,
potato fried here. I was on the podcast. I looked it on the podcast. So yeah, and that is part of the data as well. Like just looking at how the client is. I guess let's say you walked in and you saw me on the stairmaster and I was like dragging my feet up there. You'd be like, okay, he's
yeah,
struggling,
he's
sort
fine.
of thing.
Yeah,
So
but we
yeah,
did. To be honest, I knew you were fried, and I didn't want to say it to you on the podcast. But I was like, okay, he's going to get a pretty substantial drop
and it
tomorrow,
was.
and it was. And then I was like, okay, what we need to do is wash off a little bit of fatigue with a devolume, keep you pushing. We obviously ran high days this week as well, didn't we? So
Yeah, it was Saturday, Sunday, was it?
Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, but obviously they worked out very well. You've kind of responded very well. Weights come back down a little bit, and yeah, you're in a solid position. So I think
Yeah,
4 weeks out, just keep your head on and keep driving forward. And that's the main thing you can do as an athlete is just try and switch off from how you feel and your perception of things, and just follow the plan because
yeah,
that's the only thing that's gonna drive you in the right direction because you haven't
yeah.
got the mind capacity to make those
Yeah, like
decisions.
I'm quite like self-aware now. Like I catch myself like if I'm going out for a walk, I'm like, oh man, my legs feel heavy. I try and stop telling myself that walking is difficult. It's just all right, just going for a walk, like just enjoy it and just try and take in some other bits because there are some evenings like my legs just feel like absolute lead.
Yeah,
So yeah, you just got to kind of get in there and get out of your own head.
yeah. To be honest, mate, do you know Jack Richardson? Do you follow
I've
him?
heard the name.
Yeah, so in his preps, he had, I think his coaching might be like too easy coaching now or something. But in his preps, he used to literally post stories going like of him doing cardio and just saying it's too easy. And it sounds mad, but like when
Yeah,
I'm
like
doing
you.
my cardio, I'm like, when's this gonna get hard? Like I'm literally saying it out loud to myself. I'm
That's
like,
fucked
this is
up.
just too easy. Like, is this gonna get difficult? But then like I do feel pretty trash now.
Yeah, I mean, in the grand scheme of if we're looking at this logically, like obviously, as a going into prep, you are choosing to go into prep.
Yeah,
You're not dying. You're still eating probably more than most people.
yeah,
You're getting to more or less choose your food, choose the time of your food. You're actively able to go for a walk. Like you've
yeah,
got the energy to do that, so it's not that bad. Obviously, when you're in it, like, oh my God, I'm dying, like this is the worst thing ever, or whatever, or it can be like that. But yeah, almost flip the narrative of like this isn't in the grand scheme of things that difficult. I'm not dying. I've not got an illness.
yeah.
It's not, someone's not going to come and stab me if I don't do it. Like I'm fine.
Yeah, literally. It's a privilege, isn't it? Like
Yeah, exactly.
at the end
Yeah,
of the day, there's a lot of people who can't do it, and I always like PCA shows when they post the like disability class and stuff like that, and I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Like,
yeah. Like if they
imagine
can
trying
do
to
it,
prep like
what
that.
am I moaning about?
Yeah, and I
Really?
was like, I've got two working legs that can walk around. I'm not going on stage in a wheelchair. The massive props to those guys because
Yeah,
it must be very, very difficult for them.
yeah,
So yeah, it is a privilege. Prep is a privilege.
absolutely. What about you? How is your prep going?
Yeah, good. I'm sat at just over 20 weeks out now. So things are going quite well. I'm This week's been a bit of an odd week again in terms of body weight. I weighed in at 184.4 on Monday, which was Easter Monday, and today I weighed in at 186.6. So yeah, just casually
Just what you want.
2.5 pounds up. Yeah, mate, proper head fuck.
Uh,
But I think I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to feel it a little bit more. Um, like obviously with the bank holiday weekend, it was nice to have a bit of downtime. Um, but I think it masked the fact that I am starting to accumulate a little bit of fatigue throughout training. I'm in my ninth week of training now, obviously full
yep.
volume. And I trained legs on Tuesday, and it wiped me. It wiped me. And I'm feeling it still. now, so I'll probably talk to AJ in my check-in tomorrow and see if there is any action. He'll probably just call like a devolume or something, which I'd be happy with. Obviously, I don't want high days or anything at this point. Obviously, if he tells me to do a high day, I'll do it. But at this point, I'd rather reject one.
If it's needed, if that's what coach says, that's what
Exactly.
monkey
But
see, monkey do.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I just the scale weight has been a bit of an issue in terms of just getting a little bit wound up with it. And I know what it's down to. I think it's now down to the environment. So my digestion is a lot better when I'm obviously in a parasympathetic state. When I'm at work, when I'm at uni, obviously I'm a lot more sympathetically driven. Therefore, that kind of relaxation to get some bowel movement is just not as frequent as what it would
Yeah.
be when I'm at home. So, yeah. But apart from that, mate, I'm feeling pretty good. Happy with where things are at. I don't know if I can call it a glute line, but I had some type of dash in my glute. My glutes are getting a bit boxed off. My legs are still fat, like they are still fat, but I saw something pretty cool in the mirror yesterday in my shots, and I was like, oh, you can just see it like
Just
edging
starting to
in a
come
little
there,
bit.
yeah.
And I was like, that's pretty cool for 20 weeks out. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited to see what I can bring in 20 weeks. And I know like it's kind of nice because I know I'm doing everything to produce my best physique, and I'm not like on this prep. Everything's been tracked, everything's been done, and I want to continue that throughout this whole prep.
Yeah.
And then by the 20, when I do my first show, I can stand on stage and be like, I've done everything in my power to produce the best look for me, and wherever that stands, that stands. But
Yeah.
that's obviously the goal for me.
Your uni work, when does that finish in line with prep?
August.
Ah,
Yeah, so my uni work finishes mid-August, which is good because it's about 4 or 5 weeks before my first show.
yeah,
So it
which is when
lands
you're
me
going to
quite well.
need a bit of a drop. So,
Yeah, exactly. So when that's done, that'll be like a massive kind of stress relief. But then I'm still going to work. Like, I'm still going to go into work 5 days a week then rather than
yeah.
four. So it'll be good to just get that under my belt. I'll think about what I want to do after that. In terms of like obviously how everything's going. So yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm all
Nice.
good. Should we crack on with some questions then? I got a few.
I did see Tom's one
What Tom?
on the Natty blueprint.
Yeah. So Tom asked Denny, "How is Denny?"
Denny's not as bad as he was last week, but he's not much better.
I wonder if you noticed Denny's energy last week. Please comment in this
Yeah.
video because I
Like
want to know
I
if people
probably
actually
just
noticed.
sunk into the seat slowly.
Yeah, you slowly just went further and further down.
Like even my eye, like I was watching clips of it back, like just because I was trying to get some bits out of it. I was looking at my eyes and they just looked like I'd just been crying. It was
You
bad.
went for a wee, mate, and you came back different guy.
Yeah, it wasn't actually me that come back. It was a ghost. So we have. I've got two questions. One of them I can't really answer because it doesn't really apply. So from Louis, we've got weirdest meal combo that you enjoy. I'd say mine are pretty normal. I think we've had a similar question.
Um, yeah,
I've
mine's
considered putting almond butter in some of my savoury meals, but I'm just like, I'd prefer it in my cream of rice
yeah.
or oats.
I would say my weirdest meal is chicken, lettuce, and nut butter. But I don't know if that is that weird. Like I've done that
Yeah.
for a while.
I find it strange. I can't remember who I was watching. He's coached by Kuba, and I've been watching his YouTube because he's doing daily vlogs on like a peak at the moment. So I've been watching those. And it's just like a nice 30 minutes, easy on the Stairmaster. And obviously, like he's been sent a meal plan and like given X, Y, Z. And he's got his chicken, rice, whatever, and then he'll just chuck fruit in with it. Why would you not just have it separate? Because he's like, oh, this is a bit weird to put it all together. It's like, "Well, don't put it all together then."
Yeah.
I
Uh,
find that strange because that happens quite a lot in bodybuilding. Like, oh, I've got X, Y, Z in this meal. It's just like that doesn't go. Separate it and have two different things.
I can understand if it's like what is it like pineapple?
I can't remember what you had. It was just a bit obscure, like raisins in his cod and rice.
I don't know. To be honest, I actually had. in my off
Or
season
like
a meal of
banana in. Yeah,
banana
you
with
used to have
rice,
banana in yours.
almond butter, and do you know
Why?
what? It bangs.
No, it doesn't.
It did.
You're kidding yourself.
It tastes nice. It was a nice meal. It was weird. Like they just went
Thing is,
together
I
very
love
well.
bananas, and if I put that in with a savory meal, no, it's
Really.
yeah. That's one thing I kind of miss, like having bananas, because they're quite dense in calories, and you're not really getting a lot of
Post show
volume out.
meal banana.
Yeah, a whole banana.
A whole banana.
Yeah. So yeah, I haven't really got any weird ones. I tried mixing cream of rice with oats the other week. Wasn't the
Yeah, it
best.
wasn't great.
Yeah, just went like a weird clumpy texture.
I have chicken veg and then like a side of dark chocolate. I don't put the dark chocolate on the chicken and veg. That would be weird. But I've like put I just have the dark chocolate on the side. Maybe that's a bit strange, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I haven't got any strange ones.
I've
I
done
mean,
some weird shit in the past.
what we do is a bit strange anyway, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, true. I mean, in when I came out of prep in 2019, I was doing some weird shit with my cream of rice and oatmeals. Like at one point, I I don't even know if I can find a story, but I put like coconut flakes. I put that. So I made oats and then made a sludge on top of the oats, coconut flakes and dark chocolate.
yeah, you're
And it,
just like grasping at straws there, just trying to get different flavors and
yeah,
texture like
yeah, I
that.
think that was literally what I was trying to do, and
Yeah.
I sacked it
I
off.
mean, even if you think about like what we do with cream of rice or oats, like we're glorifying a really simple meal. It's just oats and we're doing like a whey paste on it. We're putting cinnamon on it. We're putting salt on it, sprinkling some berries. It's just a bit weird, isn't it? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
Just mix it all
true.
together.
Bodybuilding's weird in general. Like you're
Yeah.
literally posing naked next to other guys tanned up and you're glazed up as well.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, bodybuilding's a bit strange anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, even like it's pretty normalized, obviously, in what we're doing, but just salting every meal, more or less, is a bit strange. Like people probably like there's been times when I've been sat in like a cafe or something and I've been having my cream or whatever it is and I'm like putting salt on it and people just like look like what is he doing? He's just got a think grinder of salt out of his bag and he's chucking it on his oats.
to be fair, well, someone could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think salt on oats is like a Scottish thing,
How is it?
and Andy might be able to correct me on that. Because I remember when I went up to my grandparents' house when they lived in Yorkshire, and I was salt in my oats, and they were like, "Oh, that's a Scottish thing." So I don't know where they've got it from, but Andy could
Yeah.
probably clarify that.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, it's sweet and savory. It does complement well. That's why you have like salted caramel and
Yeah,
things
yeah,
like
brings
that.
out the
I think
flavour
it
and
is a good
everything
taste. Yeah.
for sure.
So yeah, that's that one. Connor Young says best non-stim pre.
Ooh, I haven't had one in a while. Probably, is it like Nova Pump Neuro?
Yeah, that was going to be my answer.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
probably the
just
best
because
one.
it's
I
got
do quite like the Naughty Boy one as well.
yeah, it's got a bit of everything in it. I've been using Trained by JP's at the moment, the pumpage one.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really get like massive pumps at the moment, so
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I don't think it's got any focus or nootropics in it. I think it's strictly pump. So yeah, it's decent. It tastes good as well. So yeah,
yeah, that's the main thing.
it's all right.
I've debated to because obviously I train in evenings, majority of days. I've been debating whether I should get a non-stim just to aid with like having a better pump.
Yeah,
Or maybe just something to drink to the gym, maybe a little bit of placebo from it as well. But at the moment, I'm like, well, if I've never done it before, then why introduce something new?
yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
leave it to a later
Yeah, I
point.
think like the more I take supplements and kind of read into them, look, it's like, is it actually doing that much? Probably not, or is it all in here?
Yeah, yeah, literally,
Yeah.
literally. I got a crazy question from Andy. It's not crazy. He's asked, how many ciggies could you chain smoke before being sick?
'Cause, well, I hate cigarettes, so I'd
Yeah,
put it in my mouth and probably throw up.
Probably one, because like I probably smoked maybe 2 cigarettes
Yeah.
my whole
I've
life.
never touched, like literally never touched it ever.
Yeah, it was.
It gives me the ick. Like,
Yeah, I do you know what? I did it when I was younger, like probably 14 maybe, and I didn't like it then. And then I did it probably when I was around like 18 maybe, and I just hated it, so I just wouldn't
yeah,
even touch it now.
like
Just
fair play if that's what you want to do, crack on. But to me, it doesn't make sense to roll something up with stuff in it to then burn it, inhale it, and then exhale it. What are you doing with your life?
yeah, and it doesn't even taste nice.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like from the nicotine, you're getting a bit of a kick or like a nootropic effect, but just
Yeah,
yeah,
it
that's I
always
mean,
makes your breath stink as well.
yeah, yeah. That's the worst part about it. It stinks. It
Yeah,
just stinks. So
yeah.
yeah,
No, so probably none because
yeah,
I
none,
wouldn't.
zero, nada.
James likes it hard. Limford, welcome back, James, to the
Yeah, welcome back,
podcast.
James.
Where have you
James
been,
has just
mate?
started YouTube as well.
Has he?
Yeah,
Well, we would give you a shout out, James, but you haven't been an avid
yeah.
listener for the past
So
three episodes.
everyone, don't go watch James's YouTube.
And if you do, leave a dislike.
You can't do that anymore on YouTube.
Can you not?
No, it's likes only.
How is it? Or
Yeah.
do they just not track the likes?
Let's have a look.
I think, you know, when I was posting those YouTube shorts of this podcast, I think
Yeah,
we got a dislike on a short.
it's loud. Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, it doesn't track the number of dislikes.
Yeah, because we got a dislike on a short once on this channel.
Monkeys.
I know. First dislike.
It was obviously James.
Yeah. Anyway, Big James Limpford, Mr. Likes It Hard, has asked, what would you say is the best and worst thing about the fitness industry?
Cool. Remember when I was apparently slating women in like the first few episodes?
Yeah.
Best and worst thing.
Should we do the best? We'll do best each first, and then we'll go into the worst.
The best for me personally is just the kind of community and the people that you meet, and just the whole vibe of it. Everyone's like very positive about it, more or less.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, it's just kind of that networking and being able to just talk to anyone. That's
Yeah. Mine's the same. Literally, I was about to say, like, the community. I think that if you have the right people around you, there's a lot of people who will support you as well.
yeah, and like being
Uh,
able to do this as well. That's
yeah.
like, and people are listening, watching, commenting, asking questions. Like,
It's pretty
it's
cool, isn't
pretty
it?
mad. It's
It
pretty
is
mad.
pretty crazy that people will just watch us waffle on for an hour
Yeah,
every week, and they're
yeah.
happy watching it.
And like, it's a nice feeling as well. Like, there's a few people in the gym, or like they've put a comment on YouTube or whatever. It's like, oh, I love listening to the podcast. It's like, that's mad. Like,
Yeah,
it just blows my. Even though there's probably like 10 people that probably watch, but
yeah.
it's
I
10
mean,
more people than there wasn't.
yeah, it's cool when like on Mondays when we release them, and I go on Instagram, and then there's like a few people who put it up on their stories as well, like the
Yeah, that's
posts, and
cool.
I'm like, that's so cool because
Yeah,
like I've never really spoke to these people,
and they're just sharing it
and they're
just because
sharing
they
it,
want to.
and they really like it, or we get messaged. So yeah, I think it's the whole community. I think people are very supportive. Obviously there is the odd few who are not, but majority of people are very supportive, and you
I'm,
usually find
I'm
that the
still waiting for our
majority.
first like hate message on the YouTube, like some
Yeah,
troll.
yeah, it's going to be some. I don't know what they say.
I don't know. Maybe that we're not natty. I had that before. This was like years ago. Someone was like, "Oh, you're clearly on steroids." It's like I'm like 160 pounds wet, mate. Like, shut up.
Yeah, I'm 100% natty. I do take clean though, so but I'm still natty. Fuck me.
Uh,
Apparently, oh,
oh,
do you want to go down this road?
yeah.
Um,
Why not?
yeah. So apparently, he asked someone else if a natural can take clean, and that someone else said no, and he said, "Oh, my coach can." My coach can says that you can just put it out 2 weeks before. No, you
Not
can't.
how it works, guys.
Not how it works. Yeah, I think morally as well. Like, I just don't
Yeah, you're
understand that.
cheating. You're cheating. I don't care what you
Yeah,
say. You're cheating.
I just can't. Just going in an assisted show. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what? I can't remember what's his name. and I think his name's like Ollie or something. He's Reese Fit's client, right? And he's never taken any testosterone, like fat burners or anything like that. But he had to take TB 500, so a peptide, for an injury that was really bad.
Yeah.
And he said, like, I'm not competing in natural shows. And he literally made a post saying,
Sure.
I'm not competing in natural shows because I've taken a peptide that aided my injury. And he's now doing untested shows. Now, I was like, fair play. Like, a
Fair.
lot of people,
Wouldn't
well,
even mention it, yeah.
yeah, literally. And I was like, fair play, like massive respect. Um,
Yeah.
I just don't think I don't think there is many naturals that do that.
Yeah.
But it is sad to think that people could
And do.
and probably do. Yeah. So that leads us on to the worst part of the industry.
Liars.
Liars.
Cheats. Scumbags. Worst part, aside from that, without getting some hate, just nonsense, rage bait content that
Yeah.
serves no purpose to the planet. And it's just like, just to get likes, and it's most definitely false. Like, I get a lot of clients send me stuff and they're like, oh, is this true? And I watch it and it's just like the most backwards thing ever just to get clicks, comments, likes. And obviously they've got a large following. Lots of people are going to listen to it, follow that advice, and then it's not correct. So yeah, for me it's
Yeah.
just the nonsense and all the
Yeah.
the
I
woo
think
woo shit.
yeah, they make shit like that and then they're just the type of people as well to just squeeze all the money they can out of people
Yeah.
for just no
Just to sell a
reason.
program or something. Yeah.
Yeah, just to sell a program, and it's like, come on, like actually, like I'm very much under the opinion that with my coaching, you the money you're paying, I will over deliver,
Yeah.
right? You know, I want people to think when they sign up with me, they're like, oh fuck, like this is a service, you know, and I just can't deal with when people get the vice versa of that, where it's they're overpaying for not a lot of service. It just
Yeah.
doesn't sit right with me. Just because they're well known or they've got a great physique themselves, it
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean they're a great coach.
Especially when you get to like busy coaches, like high end coaches. Everyone's like, oh my God, look at him. But I've heard some stories of some coaches where it's like they are so busy that they forget their clients' check-ins or they put the wrong name on it. It's just like, yeah, you're busy. You might be great at your job, but if you're so busy that you're getting the fundamental basics wrong, as in
Yeah,
you've got the wrong name and you've sent the wrong check-in, something's going wrong. Like, yeah, there's being busy and stressed, but then everything still needs to be organized. And if you can't send your client who's paying you the same money as maybe one of the pros or whoever it is, you need the same service. So
yeah. I think as well, there's a lot of them who treat their athletes or their clients differently. Like they'll look at their really high end, like say, let's say they're a coach who does competitors. They'll look at all their pros on their team or all their high level athletes, and then their low level athletes that potentially have got the same goals, but in the future they
yeah,
will get a different service.
of
It's like
course, yeah,
they're paying the same amount. Everyone should be equal.
yeah,
And don't get me wrong, like this is coming from a coach who does have competitors and lifestyle guys. When my clients are in prep and I've got all my check-ins in, the prep clients will get their responses first.
yeah. It just makes logical sense to do it
Yeah,
like that because that information, in the grand scheme of things, is more urgent
yeah,
because they need that feedback. For example, I might be waiting on you to send me if we're going to have a high day, low day, whatever it
yeah,
is, so I know what to do with my food, like bang, straight like that. Whereas just your lifestyle client, you're not going to vary that much. You're not going to suddenly say, "I'll have 800 grams of carbs this morning" or whatever
yeah.
it is. Like it's not going to be that.
Exactly, exactly. And to be honest, like I don't think clients have waited long for a response at all. And even my lifestyle guys, they'll get a response, like a Loom video response after a check-in within a couple of hours.
Yeah,
So it's like there is a little bit of prioritization in terms of the competitors do need the information sooner, but the quality of service doesn't change, you
yeah,
know? Um, I
yeah,
think we've gone off on a big chat tangent
yeah.
there,
We
mate.
have.
Um, but yeah, the worst part of the
We're just
industry,
great coaches. That's what it is.
NDB coaching. I'm so good, I've got a sign.
Yeah, he's so good, and he couldn't put it up straight.
Yeah, the eye's a bit, the eye's a bit wonky.
Bit wonky.
It's a bit wonky. That was a pain in the ass to put up.
I think the D is a bit wonky as well.
Right, Denny, we don't have to pick apart my side of this podcast. um, Josh Dandy, the Dandelion, has asked me favorite pose to hit.
Mine, front or back double.
Yeah, pretty.
Or side chest, which has got nothing to do with what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Not
it's a
that I can
shame.
pull it.
It's a shame the WNBF and the UKFBA have got rid of those poses for you because they're very strong shots.
Yeah, it's a little bit annoying.
Yeah. Mine's front lat spread or rear lat spread. I just think.
Yeah. Mine's a calf spike. Dude, show them calves off.
God, do you know what? That's the thing I just hate about my physique is my shit calves.
Yeah.
I just I just like. Do you know what? I've religiously trained calves since I started training. Like I've never skipped calves on leg day. I've always trained them hard, intense. I've even got to a position where I was training them like 4 times a week because I really wanted them to respond. And I
Yeah.
think I've just accepted now that my calves are always
Do
gonna be shit.
your calves insert quite high?
Yeah,
Yeah, mine do as well. So you
yeah.
could grow them, but because there's the tendon is taking up most of the room, it's just going to be like bone and then a bit of
And
calf.
then a bit of calf. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
dear. But yeah, Josh Dandy. Then he says front double or back double, and I say front lat or rear lat spread.
Yeah.
He's also asked another question. Top 3 films, no particular order.
Oh, what a great
That's a good
question.
question.
Interstellar,
Good film.
The Prestige.
What's that? Is that the
It's the magic one.
the
With
magic one? It has a
yeah, with
stupid ending.
no, I think it's a good ending.
When when he like developed a machine to
Yeah,
replicate himself. Yeah,
yeah.
stupid
Oh,
ending.
it's a great film. And then
Very, very good film. Stupid ending.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
I love Forrest Gump.
Life is like a box of
It's a
chocolates.
great film. That's my like just I'm gonna have a chill evening. Let's put Forrest. I might even watch it tonight and go
Why
watch
not?
Forrest Gump.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. My first one's Hacksaw Ridge. Have you never seen Hacksaw
Yeah,
Ridge?
I have. It's good, but it's a bit
What a
sort of like
film. It's a true story,
yeah,
bro.
I know it is, but it's been glorified. If you actually read into a bit more of the
Nah, I'm not ruining the film for
yeah,
myself.
I mean it is true, but it's very much amplified. Let's just
Yeah,
put
they
it that
do
way.
that in every film though, if
Yeah.
it's based on a true story. Um, Infinity War. Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah, I
Great
miss
film.
the old Marvel, like that
Yeah, man.
era. It's just gone down the drain now.
Yeah, I actually watched Endgame again last weekend, and I was watching that, and I was like, "Do you know what this? I forgot how much of a good film this was." And
Yeah,
even though like Infinity Wars was better, I was like, "This is a good film."
yeah.
Number 3. I've actually watched loads of films. Prestige is good. I did like that, but I got a little bit wound up with the ending.
Just switch it off 5 minutes before it ends.
Shutter Island is pretty good.
It's a great film. It's a great film.
Yeah, that proper like when I finished that, I was like, "What?"
Mind boggler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just didn't know how to.
What's is it Tenet? That's quite good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I watched Warfare in the cinema the other night, last week. That's pretty good if you like war films.
Are you like a film type of guy, or are you a series guy?
Film.
Film. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm series. I'll watch a lot more series than I will films. I can't remember the last time I went to the cinema, to be honest. Probably like 3 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Cinema's just great. Like you can watch the same film in the cinema or at home and it just makes the whole experience so much better.
it does. Yeah, it does. But then I'm like, I'd rather my last meal fresh than bring it into a cinema.
True.
You know, so um,
Munching on your banana and chicken and rice in the cinema.
nah, banana's gone, bro. I'm barely on rice at the moment. Just basically chicken and veg.
Yeah.
Roshin's asked favorite protein brand and top 3 flavors. Well, we're both going to say Perform.
Well, my protein.
Yeah, my protein, bro.
Do you know
Bulk
what makes me
pouch.
laugh when people that are sponsored by my protein are, oh, it's the best flavor. It's like it's not. It tastes like crap.
Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you're lying. Um,
Top 3 flavors though for Perform. You've got all those new samples now because you went crazy.
Yeah.
Mental.
So I got a big tub of white chocolate hazelnut, which is pretty good. I tried the Chocolatello one, which is basically the non-white chocolate version, which is pretty good. But top three, I think someone messaged me yesterday about that. Top three, salt caramel, cereal milk, and
Cereal milk.
white chocolate raspberry.
Yeah, white chocolate raspberry is good.
Yeah, I had the sample of that today. Amazing.
um, do you know what? I bought a small tub of the chocolate pistachio one. It doesn't taste like pistachio, but it tastes quite nice. So
Okay.
I'm pretty happy with that one. And it's more like a chocolate coconut. It's weird. Like they don't seem to get the nuts
Yeah,
section right of their ways.
not very good at
But I'd
nuts.
say top three. First one being double choc. Second one being I quite like white choc. I'm gonna throw carrot cake in the mix there.
Okay.
Actually, sack white chocolate off. I'm gonna go with the popcorn one.
Yeah, I mean they're just releasing flavors for fun now, aren't they?
Yeah,
Like
like
there's
I
so
haven't
many.
tried the Dubai chocolate one.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's that good.
It must be just. It's surely it's just chocolate pistachio.
Yeah, that's what I don't. I was speaking to someone about that the other day. It was like there's this new hype coming about Dubai chocolate. It's not new, really, is it? It's just pistachio and chocolate,
Yeah,
and everyone's veering, like especially like supplement brands, they're veering to, oh, this is now Dubai chocolate. It's like it's not. You've just got pistachio and chocolate together.
which is a great combo.
Not a biggest fan of pistachio, to be honest.
Really,
Yeah,
mate. If you ever go to Rome, they literally are pistachio crazy.
yeah,
Like they put pistachio on like pizzas and stuff like
yeah.
that.
It's what they have in Budapest, isn't it? Chimney cake is all pistachio.
Chimney cake is actually just the dough.
Yeah, but isn't it predominantly lined with pistachio cream or like?
You can get pistachio cream
Oh,
ones.
okay, I thought it was
That's
chimney.
the one I had in when I went to Prague, though, because they're quite heavy on the chimney cakes, and I had a
Yeah.
pistachio cream one. Very, very good.
Nice.
Yeah, when I went to Budapest, actually, this was a few years ago, I had this chimney cake on top of like, we went like outside the city a little bit, and we got like this chimney cake. Mate, it was shit.
Oh no.
And I was like, that is so, like, I just bought like just a chimney cake cone, like, I didn't have any
Yeah.
fillings in it, and it was terrible. And then when we went into like the main square, like a couple of days after, I bought another one and just like loaded it with like Nutella and everything and ice cream.
Everything.
And I was like, this one's quite good. But it was the actual cake, like the chimney cake itself, is just crap.
Probably quite black. Is it just literally cake?
Uh,
Is it like a
I
kind
wouldn't
of
even say it's like cake. I would say it's what's the word? It's like how could you even describe it?
is it
Yeah,
like
it's not
pastry-esque
cake
or is
texture.
it
It's like a croissant texture,
okay?
or like a donut, like an outside of a donut texture.
Yeah, gotcha.
Um,
I see.
yeah. Um, Russians also asked, suck toes or nose?
Depends whose.
Can you do both?
I hate feet. I'm not sucking anyone's toes.
I ain't going. I'm not sucking someone's nose, bro.
I'd rather suck someone's nose. Toes are just off limits.
I'll
So
just do both. Fuck it.
Max clearly likes feet.
I don't hate feet. I don't love feet. I just feet are feet.
Yeah, feet are pretty gross. I can't lie.
Yeah, you're one of those geezers who's just like,
Yeah,
oh, can't stand feet.
like no. Without going
Bro,
into too much
everyone's
deep.
got them.
Yeah, I know everyone's got them, but there's been. I'm not going to go into it.
What? There's been issues where someone's put their foot in your face and you're
Something
traumatized.
like that, yeah. And it's just killed it.
It's, yeah, maybe you were really obsessed with feet and then you had a bad experience.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, no.
Christ.
Feet
All
are.
right, well, we're heading up to 45 minutes now, and I don't want Denny to dip into
Yeah.
his
I also
low
need a
mood.
wee, so we may as well
Also-
call it.
All right, so thank you everyone for listening to episode 22 of the Natty Blueprint podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share if you're watching as well. We always appreciate that, and we
Indeed.
will catch you in the next one.